on the Pantless podcast.
We're spoiled. We don't want to pay for stuff.
I thought they were here to steal our jokes. I'm again gonna defend Brady.
Vintage is retro, but retro isn't necessarily vintage.
Welcome to the Pantless podcast. And now your hosts, Austin and Travis. Take it away, guys.
Welcome back, folks, to the Pantless podcast. I'm Travis.
Hey, guys.
This is Austin. We
Yep,
are
me.
back again for another horrible episode.
Yeah, it gets worse than last week's, but
Hey,
guaranteed to be bad. Episode
man,
3.
you hit a freaking perfect hour on last week's episode. I saw. That was like pure beauty. I was like, dang, that was good. Welcome back. This is episode 3 of season 2. I almost remembered. I had 3 up before you said it. Yeah. Welcome back.
Good to be back.
We hit a milestone. I don't know if you noticed.
Haven't noticed anything. What'd we hit?
10 subscribers on YouTube.
Oh, snap. Yeah.
Gained 2 more since last week.
Oh, man, we're on the up and up.
Somehow we gained two subscribers since we recorded last episode, but nobody's watched episode 2 of season 2, so that makes no sense.
Yeah, we were some technical difficulties pushed us back a day on that one. That's why people they subscribed in anticipation of it coming out Monday, but it actually didn't officially get published until Tuesday. So, oops.
That's fair.
That's my fault. But
this will be a little bit of an odd episode, as you know, NFL has now officially ended. It is over.
It is over.
Won't get any more of that till August, September. NASCAR's back up. That's why we were delayed recording this, because I was watching the truck race. Great race.
Lots of left turns.
Some cars went. A couple trucks went right, and that's the problem.
Oh no! That makes it exciting.
That's what took so long to get the race over.
That's why people tune in right there. They like it when those trucks or cars turn right instead of left. It makes it exciting.
Yeah.
For everybody that's watching in the Southwest, you might have seen some cars taking some rights when they should have been going left. We've been dealing with some major icy roads with people that think that, oh, I have a truck so I can drive full speed on ice. That's not really how friction works, so lots of rear ends, lots of ditches. We've had some bad times on our roads the past week, but I'm glad to know that all of y'all are safe where you would be listening to us right now.
Well, looks like that website's done. Sorry,
What happened? You try to access some illegal websites?
No, Common Sense Media is wanting me to join and sign in with money in order. They said I've already used my 3 reviews for the month, so we can't use this website anymore.
Well, poopy.
Unless I join and give them money.
That's ridiculous.
See if I can
do you have like a VPN or something that you can?
It says I
sneak in.
It says I can do a free account. Well, you tell them a funny story while I.
Okay, yeah. Actually, I've got really cool news. I'm sure you've seen it. I don't know if you have or not, but I'm sure you have. But Pokemon Home finally put out the update that they should have put out when they first started. But you can now, when you're doing your Wonder Trades, you can now accept all Pokemon instead of having to individually select one at a time 10 times in a row. You can just say, I want all of them. And then you can
to open or
open to receive. Yeah, you can just say
really?
Receive all at once, and then boom, you've got them all at once. So I've been waiting for that one for a long time. Make life easy.
I'm not gonna lie, I have not opened Home in months.
Yeah, I haven't either until I saw that that tweet from, I don't know how to pronounce it, Sarabai, whatever. They tweeted
Cerebi
out that there's an update, and I was like, ooh, checked it out. Love it. Love it.
I
So I
haven't
might
even
actually
turned.
open it a couple times a week now.
I haven't even turned my Switch on in probably 2 months.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Since I've been out of work because of weather, I've been
Yeah.
playing a lot of Hyrule Warriors, trying to get close to 100%. Finally beat the main story. Great.
Nice,
And
nice.
now I'm doing all the post game, trying to get all that stuff hammered out. And then on my downtime, playing some Minecraft. Just, I don't know. Still go back to it. I don't know why. Still go back.
Nice.
Did you see our Discord that we had some people mimic us? Check that out.
I had not. I'll have to check that
I
out.
saw in January of this year, there was a new YouTube show called the Pantless podcast. And their logo is a pair of pants with the circle and a line through it. And they have a couple episodes out. I don't know all you guys. I watched just for a few minutes. I know one of the guys' name is Joel because it's in the description. Joel, if you're watching this and you want to do a pantsless collab, hit us up. We'd be down. Maybe our 10 subscribers can subscribe to you, and your 15 subscribers can subscribe to us, and then look at that. We're just helping each other out without wearing pants. The first couple of minutes, it was actually really interesting. They were talking about how they think that they are the only podcast that guarantees they're not wearing pants. And I'm like, we kind of put that out last year that
I mean,
we guaranteed not wearing pants. So it's almost like they had this idea on their own that we didn't influence them.
See, they guarantee they don't wear pants, plural. They could be wearing one pair. We guarantee we don't wear one or any. We're a pantless podcast.
Yeah. That's
so
true.
That's
a good point. It's a good point. Yeah. We don't even wear one pant. So let alone pants. So that's a good point. So yeah. Hit us up, guys. If you are our fans, go check them out. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if they're any good or not. Show them love. We don't need to start any kind of beef. When my son heard it, he's like, "Oh, you want me to go on there and give them negative reviews?" I'm like, "No, don't do that. Don't do that. We're all happy, pantless wearing people. We don't need any beef. All love."
This website is infuriating. So, Common Sense Media wants you to donate $3 a month to get their unlimited their plus account, and you get as many reviews as you want.
Mm-hmm.
But even if you make an account and just have the free, you can only do 3 a month, unless you donate $3 a month to them.
Right. Not cool.
Yeah.
What we need to do is we need to figure out ahead of time. I can get an account, and if we can start figuring out what movies we're going to review ahead of time, then, we can alternate, and that'll give us 6 reviews a month. I do enjoy Common Sense Media. I like their take on things.
They're kind of. I'm getting a free month right now so that we can go ahead and get something going right now. I wish I'd have figured this out before we started recording this.
We can edit out the lameness.
Well, we're not getting anything done with Common Sense Media tonight.
Oh, man.
I had to request a free month, and it said I'll get an email confirmation within the next 2 hours on how to activate my plus. So.
Oh no. Okay.
So we'll figure something out there. I told you, man, we might just have to skip this review. and do a challenge for next week.
Ooh, okay. What do you think
So-
about a challenge?
Oh, we'll get into it when we get into the. Well, I guess we can skip right into that. Normally we do that later in the show, but I guess we can change it up. So
Yeah, let's do it now.
this would be our retro movie review without the movie. So the two movies I sent you earlier today. What
Mhm.
movies? You've never seen either one of those movies?
Never. Nope.
Okay, so if you're listening to this, if you've seen these two movies, comment down below. Let us know. Here's one of them, right here. If you can see it.
That is, what is that? The Mighty Fu?
Tu Wong
No,
Fu.
Tu Wong
Thanks.
Fu. There it is.
Yeah, Tu Wong Fu. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar. Newmar. That movie's hilarious. It's a, don't let your kids watch it. It's Wesley Snipes, Patrick Swayze, and John Leguizamo. They play drag queens.
Right.
It's an older movie. It's hilarious. When did this one come out? This one came out. It's an early 2000s movie.
Oh wow. Okay.
My wife,
That's
when me and
newer than I thought it would be. That sounds like a '90s group.
yeah, well,
Swayze,
The
Wesley Snipes.
it's,
I guess John Leguizamo. He came around. He started coming around in the '90s, but those other guys they started around in the '80s, didn't they?
so this DVD copy was released in 2002. The movie was actually released in 95.
Okay, that makes sense then. That sounds sense.
It made $47.8 million in the box office. That's
Is that
crazy.
90s money or is that like
That
count? Is
I
that
guess.
today's
I mean,
money?
that would have been
figuring inflation.
that would have
It's a
been
lot more.
that would have been 90s money. I don't think they
Okay.
I don't think they adjust those numbers for inflation.
Okay.
So, yeah. And the other movie I shot you was The Birdcage
Uh huh.
with
And Robin Williams, didn't it?
Robin Williams and Nathan Lane, and they had some other people in it too. God, I can't remember who else was in that movie. That one's on Amazon Prime, and me and the wife will probably watch that one tonight or sometime this week. Gene Hackman, Diana West. Yeah, I think that's what I said. Yeah, Nathan Lane is hilarious. I don't want to say anything about the movie because I don't want to give it away. Because
Okay.
when I think I remember what I wanted to say, I think that might give the movie away.
Oh,
It's kind
okay.
of I think it might be a controversial movie as well for today a little bit. If you're watching this or listening to this and you haven't seen that movie, watch it and let us know. You'll get a kick out of it. It's another one that my wife, when we were dating, we watched it, and I thought it was hilarious. I love Robin Williams. Not one of his better movies, but I think it's one of his forgotten movies. I think a lot of people forgot that he even made that movie. So I think that, but Austin, you need to find this movie
Okay. Tu Wong Fu. I'm gonna find it.
and watch this sometime this coming week, and then we'll talk
Okay.
about it. We'll talk about it next week.
I
Might
should be
even
able to do that.
we,
I might try to catch it this week.
yeah, me and the wife are probably gonna watch it tomorrow. If
We're
not
actually-
anything else.
My wife and I are watching the Ocean's 11 movies
Nice.
on Netflix. I like them; they're really good. But she's actually never seen them, and they had a little pop-up that said, "Oh, these are going away from Netflix on February 28th." So we just watched 11 today, and then we'll probably watch 12 tonight or tomorrow, and 13 sometime this weekend also. Catch them all.
There you go.
Gotta catch them all. Ocean's 11.
We've actually been watching an old anime series from the 90s that's on Funimation. We're about I don't even know how many episodes were into it, but I watched it back in high school, and then they've got 3 live action movies on Funimation, and we watched them a while back, and now we're actually watching the anime series. It's called Rurouni Kenshin.
Seen it.
It's a great series.
Is Funimation, is that a subscription streaming thing, or is that just a website that lets you watch stuff?
It's like a Netflix for anime.
Okay.
And we pay for it because it's worth it. That's
Right.
that's where they watched all of My Hero, all of My Heroes on there.
Yeah.
Not the movies, but the episodes.
Mhm.
What else? She's watching Inuyasha right now. That's an old classic one.
Yeah, so I remember that one from back when I was in,
Yeah.
I don't know, junior high, probably, high school.
I've tried 3 times to watch and finish Dragon Ball Super on there, but I get about 15 episodes in and start watching something else. So
Good
you
one.
haven't been listening to any good music this week, eh?
No, I haven't. Usually, that's something on the road, but I haven't done any driving, so
That's
I've
fair.
not listened to any music. But I did like, I never listened to any Tadashi, but
No, just so you know, that's the only Tadashi song I know.
okay.
Back many a moon ago, at church, the youth group was doing something, and they put that song up on a Sunday morning, and watched the YouTube video for it in front of the whole congregation, and that's the first time I ever
Nice.
heard it. And oh yeah, there were some of the older folks like,
No, I was about to ask. How did the old guard receive that? That would have
Not
been
well.
great.
Not
That would
well.
have been hilarious.
Now, I will admit, I am I've been Southern Baptist since I was born, and the church I go to, they're not as strict Southern Baptist as what I've went to in the past.
Mhm.
So it went over way better than if it was more strict Southern Baptist.
Right?
But there were still some people like, "Oh, what's going on? Should I leave?"
Yeah, I believe it. I can just picture my grandpa right now, just like putting his hand over, just shaking his head, going, mm,
But that's I'm pretty sure that's when we had a youth director that was mental. I don't know if you've met many Southern Baptist youth directors, but they generally are insane. I know youth directors in general of all denominations none of them are sane. They're all pretty crazy, but Southern Baptist ones tend to go a little above and beyond. So
I was looking at his album, and I saw that he's with a lot of the 116 people from back in the day. Lecrae and Trip Lee, which I love Lecrae, love Trip Lee, but I found out that Tadashi is actually in the 116 clique. So
I don't even know what.
So I'm rocking my Rebel shirt. So
very nice. I have no idea what you're talking about, but I do love me some Lecrae.
Yeah, it's like Lecrae's like hip hop group. His hip hop group, they're called 116.
News to me.
Yeah, I love Lecrae. And actually, at the risk of getting stoned, I think Trip Lee is actually even better. If you ever get a chance, listen to some Trip Lee. It's really good.
I think I have heard some of his stuff. The only reason I'm kind of partial to Lecrae, I've seen him live in concert back at the Maybe Center, like back in like 08, 07 ish.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we watched him live at the Maybe Center one year. That was like a time during when me and the wife had just newly married. And we were going to Christian concerts like 2-3 times a year, even more than that. We were doing a lot of concert stuff at that time.
Yeah.
I think we went to like 4 in 1 year. We did Winter Jam.
Yeah.
We'd go there. We went there every year. That's where I got to see Skillet and Disciple. So, yeah.
Yep. I love it. Actually, I think I've seen them as well. Yeah, we watched Lecrae at Frontier City in, it had to be 2012 or 13. My daughter, I think it was probably 2013. I think when it just got born, we went, had a good time.
Oh, I
Lecrae.
wish I could drag the pictures up and find where they were. But that concert at the Maybe, we saw a different band there that was awesome, and I need to see if they're still around. Have you ever heard of a band called Rend Collective?
I think you told me about them,
I might have.
but I
think I
can't
may have.
remember. I think you were telling me about them. Is that one
I
of the
may have
music
told
videos
you-
that you sent me?
No.
No?
I need to find some of their stuff. Funny story about that was because they were there that night too, and they were crazy. They're an Irish praise and worship band.
Okay, that's the one that your wife's like infatuated with, right?
Yeah,
That's what you're telling. Yeah.
she followed them pretty heavily for a while because after the show they had all the tables set up across the top of the Maybe Center where all the bands were all set up. There were probably like 10 bands there that night. God, who was the mainline band there that night? 10th Avenue North,
Was
I
it
think.
Lecrae? Oh, 2000.
I think it was 10th Avenue North. I think because I can't remember what it was. One of the big, like Winter Jam, but it was like one of those big where a bunch of Christian artists get together and they just kind of move around the nation. And I can't remember which one it was. And I think it was 10th. I want to say 10th Avenue North was the band that was putting that one together. But I wanted to go and buy a Lecrae shirt, meet him because they had all the tables up there, and got to his table and it was like packed. I mean, just absolutely crazy. And there's like, we're not getting to that table, and we look over, and the table for Rend Collective has like one person standing in front of it. So we're like, hey, let's go talk to these guys. And we stood there. I think we talked with them for a couple hours. And the wife took a bunch of pictures with them. We just chit-chatted with them. They were cool people. Bought a couple albums off of them. It was a pretty cool night. So, yeah, you should add that Make War. Tadashi featuring Flame, Make War. Really good song. I sent that to a buddy of mine that I've known for a long time. And, yeah, I'm like, hey, you need to listen to this song. And I think he's a pastor somewhere in Claremore. And, yeah, he really enjoyed that one. I sent him something else, too. Oh, yeah. There's a band you need to check out. And they're only on Amazon Unlimited. And they're called, Brotality.
Brotality?
Brotality. Yes. They're let me get...
Oh my goodness.
You're going to laugh at this one as well. They are thrash groove metal.
Of course they are. Brotality. That's amazing.
They're 3 teenagers, like under the age of 16. And they are awesome. I watched them on a React video this morning, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I can get into these guys' music. I love thrash metal. Because, I'm big into... I really like old school Metallica and Megadeth, the old thrash metal from from the early 80s. Metallica's first 2 albums are their best albums. Come at me, bro. Because that's when they were thrash and they were good. They kind of went downhill from there. Their 90s stuff was okay, but 80s was best. But yeah, thrash is. I mean, it gets me moving. It gets me going.
Start thrashing.
It makes me want to beat my head against a wall.
Gosh. Never a fan of the Thrashers. I was more of a Mosher guy. The Thrashers were, they're a little much.
Yeah, I mean...
I like one year we went to this festival in Pennsylvania, right? Basically, I think it was the same year that my wife and I got married. it was a huge Christian music festival, weekend festival in Pennsylvania called Purple Door, and
Can't
they
say I've heard
actually
of 'em.
they don't do it anymore, sadly, but it was phenomenal. But they had like multiple stages, multiple bands going on, where it was kind of, like, man, I really, really like this band over here, but I really, really want to see this band over here. And they set like, the more popular, uh, popular stuff over here on this big stage, and then they had like the metal bands over on this stage. And I remember we just were there, and they actually had it organized. They're like, okay, it's like, we're gonna have a good time, but here's what we're gonna do. We're not gonna mix our moshers and our thrashers. They're like, the moshers, you move up here to the front. The thrashers, you go towards the back. Do not come together. And it was a phenomenal time. It was an amazing. No, it was great. It was worked. The thrashers were thrashing. They were not mixing with the moshers. The moshers can mosh, and it was beautiful. It was wonderful.
That's good.
Yeah, good times. Good times.
So,
but moshing is. I would get a T-shirt that says "Moshing greater than thrashing." I should make that.
I will admit that back in my teenage years, in my early 20s, I was bigger into the grunge alternative scene, and I didn't really do a lot of concerts until after I was in my mid 20s.
Okay.
So that I never did the mosh pit thing.
Yeah.
Because even when I'd go to a concert, that wasn't like people would start moshing, and I'd be like, oh yeah, have fun with that. And I'd just go to the back and be like, all right, just watch the show. I'm there for the music. So, and I didn't start getting into metalcore and metal and stuff real big until I'd say over the last 4 or 5 years. I've really been plunging deep into metal.
Yeah. Yeah, I can tell you, I was not really a fan of moshing at all. I was kind of the same. I'm like, you guys have fun, you do your thing. But one year, I went when I was 16 or 17, and took my girlfriend to a Reliant K concert.
Nice.
Yeah, and we were wanting to get kind of close, and then these people started moshing around us, and I was like, oh gosh. And then one of them like bumped into my girlfriend. I'm like, okay, that's not cool. So they would get close, and I would just like shove them out of the way. And then I was like, well, that was kind of cool. And then they'd get close again, and I'd shove them out of the way. And then like 3 times later, I'd like push my girlfriend to the back, and I just run in and start just pushing everybody around. And then I was just hooked on moshing from there. I was like, it was really fun.
I guess the only thing that I got close to on that one was when me and the wife went to a Edge birthday bash right after they started the first year they didn't do Edge Fest.
Mm-hmm.
They decided to do that Edge birthday bash, and we went to a free show at the Hive in downtown to watch. Oh crap! What's the name of that group? Blue October.
Okay, yeah.
And actually, the band that opened for them is probably would probably fit in my top 10 favorite bands of all time. And that's the only time I've ever seen or heard them. I own their album, and I listen to them from time to time. That's called People in Planes. They're from Wales, England, and they're awesome. It was funny too, because whenever they came out and played, they're like, "We're from Wales, England," and everybody's like, "Cool, get off stage." And they like played their whole set, and everybody's just standing there like, "Is this music?" And Blue October comes on stage and can't even find their instruments because they're so drunk, and they played absolutely the worst set. I think we listened to 2 songs before we left, but as soon as they hit their first note, people started throwing punches, started kicking people. I think my wife got hit in the face. There was no mosh pit. It was just straight up brawling. People were like throwing punches, fighting. I think I heard later that Blue October played 3 songs of their planned 5 or 6 because they got booed off stage because they were so bad. And it was a free show. I'll never go to a free show ever again. I'll pay to go to concerts. So, That was my horrible stuff. Hey, I got a story for you. You haven't prompted me for it yet, but I'm gonna tell you this. This is an idea somebody could steal, and I want to see it. I want to see this animated because I think it'd be funny as crap.
All right.
Wife was making a comment about the Swan Princess.
Uh-huh.
So I guess it's an animated movie thing about how swans are mean. I had an idea for a new movie, new cartoon short. We should call it The Peacock Bride.
Peacock?
The Peacock Bride, where the guy's like, hey, sees a peacock sitting. He's like, hey, that's beautiful. I'm going to turn that into my princess. And it's like, nice plumage. Does magic to turn it into a princess. Boom. Dude. Because the peacocks
Yeah,
are the...
I was about to say, I was like, those are the dudes, but okay.
Dude,
now
yeah.
That's what you're... Okay.
Pops up and is like, what are you doing? What's up? I'm the Peacock Prince. He's like, you're supposed to be a princess. That's all I've got. That's all I had for it. I just think that'd be a funny idea.
That would be great.
You were so pretty as a bird. What the hell? That's because the pretty ones are the dudes.
How the bird world is.
Yeah, I'm going to kick a light on here because I'm going to show you something.
Alright.
Got a little toy review here. Bought this bad boy.
Oh, there you go.
Tonight.
Is that a Mustang?
That is a 89 Mustang.
Alright.
87 Mustang. Sorry, I can't read. Pink. They got their new pink series of M2s at Walmart. I'm like, ooh. I don't have any Mustangs yet.
You do.
Fit that right
Yeah,
next to my... I showed him the other day.
Yeah, the Reptar.
Yeah. In my Turtles party bus. Starting to run out of room on my desk. I'm about to build a shelf. Bought myself a box of chocolates. So I'm a pretty princess, and I deserve chocolates.
You deserve chocolates.
So that was my that's my week. What do I do? Weekend review there. But I'm gonna segue right into something that I'm not happy about, Austin.
You got, man.
I think how are you beating me in fantasy basketball?
Oh, am I beating you?
How is this? How is this
I
happening?
thought you had me. Last I checked, well, I gotta pull this up now.
Yeah.
It looked. I thought I just checked. Oh,
No, you
maybe
got
I
me
haven't
up.
really checked today, but last I checked, it looked like you had me.
No, you're up 1139 to 1073.
Oh, it's close.
You just outscored me today
It's
288.
really close.
You outscored me today 288 to 279. I think all the games are wrapping up now. I got Jokic is playing now. They've only got 2 minutes left in the fourth. They're losing to Oklahoma City. Oh,
Right.
my other center, they're winning so he could still score some more points. Jonas can still score. But yeah, you scored 288 tonight. You freaking thrashed me.
You know, I've had Andre Drummond has really underperformed. Really underperformed. He's only got 8 points right now, and he scored 5 points last game.
Yeah, but he threw down 3 straight 40s. 40, 49, and 49.
Right, but they actually Cleveland just got, who did they get? They got a trade, and they got Jarrett Allen, who's a center, who's actually been phenomenal, who I actually have also, so it doesn't hurt me too bad. But they got him from Brooklyn recently, and when he came over, Drummond's production just fell like crazy.
We're gonna talk about how
So-
We're gonna talk about how Westbrook is only averaging 38.3 points this year. Is that low for him?
It is pretty low. Yeah. He had a couple injuries that.
Is Hardman playing on He's with Washington now, isn't he? They're both playing for the.
No, Harden plays for Brooklyn now. He's with Kevin
Oh, that's
Durant and
That's right.
Kyrie Irving.
I got them confused. So Westbrook should be scoring more then.
Yeah, he should be. Like I said, he's been nursing some injuries. He hasn't been.
That's okay. Jokic, he's after his other than his 106-point outing against Sacramento, he's not doing well. After his 106, he only did 62, 49, and 55.
Oh, that's
20,
all? Okay. He's really underperforming. He's only averaging like 50 points the last 3 games.
Yeah, before his 106, he did 27. Then he only did 86 the night before that, then 62 and 45. I mean, he can't get over 70, you know?
Good.
It's like, God dang it, dude. Pick it up.
Stop. Stop it.
It's like, I'm going to drop you if you can't average 70 points a game, okay? I'm not dropping him. He's averaging 60.3.
Should drop him.
Dude, we're going to talk about... I was looking at the baseball. So we're starting a baseball league. If you wish to join us, comment down below and we'll send you guys a link. We might find a way to link that in our Twitter at the Pantless Pod 1. I don't know if you can drop a link for a join in there.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Come find us on Twitter at the Pantless Pod 1. And, let us know if you wish to join. I got to look at it real quick. I haven't added
Set it up.
yet.
I set it up for six.
Correct.
But we can absolutely increase that if the demand is high enough. I know baseball's, it can be kind of complicated.
That's actually what I was trying to come into here.
But it's really not that bad. In the ESPN, I was looking at the scoring. It's really not that bad. I've seen some pretty complicated leagues.
I'm not worried about the scoring. You realize how long this is going to be like a 3-hour draft. My gosh.
Yeah, because they are matching the roster size of majors, and I saw that majors increased their roster size. I guess probably due to COVID, but they increased the roster size to like 29 people. So our ESPN teams will have, I think, 29 people. And it'll be kind of crazy.
And I haven't figured out what these ILs are on the bench. Like, because you got your bench, and then you got 3 ILs. And I don't really know. I gotta research it more. So, yeah, should be fun. We need to. There's some people at work, I guess, we need to kind of start pushing around. Because I think there's 2 people at work that said that they'd be willing to jump into the next league we start. We talk about that later. So, yeah, I gotta beat you in basketball.
I'm looking. I think you should set up to beat me. Oh, the next. Obviously, I'll have you tonight, but
we don't play again. This is our only matchup.
Yeah, but we have 2 more days. 2 more days.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I was looking at tomorrow. You've got almost a full roster playing.
Yeah.
And I don't. I've got 4 people. So you'll blow me out tomorrow.
Yeah, I think I've got a good. Jokic's not playing, and Van Fleet's not playing. So my top 2 scoring.
Jokic and Van Fleet both play Sunday.
Yeah. I'm hoping for a big day. But Tobias Harris plays tomorrow. Clint Capella plays tomorrow.
You've got
Valencianos. No, he doesn't play tomorrow. This new cat that I picked up, he's averaging nothing, but he's just getting started. I could see some points tomorrow. So, yeah.
We will.
Could be a good comeback, or kill your comeback. One of the two. I haven't really been paying much attention to the hockey because the hockey's not. God, they're having
Hockey's
rough.
tough. Yeah, hockey is tough.
Because I had one player. Oh, he didn't even play. I had nobody. I had nothing tonight. I scored. Me and Chansey both had no players playing tonight. No points were scored tonight. I had one player that had a game, and he's hurt. And I didn't even realize he was hurt.
I actually had one of my goalies scored 11.2 points
Nice.
tonight, and then I had another guy who a defensive end score 1.7. Actually, that game's not even over yet. It's in the third period.
All right.
Actually, had a decent little night tonight because Lexi had me for she was right on my tail, but yeah, it's gonna be an interesting finish. Said I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not confident in the prospects of beating you this week. So
I will admit the way the scheduling worked in hockey, we should have played this week. Because I've played everybody. I'm replaying Chansey tonight or this week.
yeah,
I've played. Me and you are the only two.
I think we haven't played each other, but I've played everybody else, huh?
Yeah, for some reason, it made me play the two in my division, the two in the other division, and then back to her. And I think I play Frazier again next week. And then I don't.
We play each other next week.
Do we? I thought
Yeah.
I played Frazier next week.
No, we play each other next week.
Is it next week? Oh, no. Yes. Okay, I looked at the wrong week. Yeah, we played, which is weird that they did it like that. We're the only. I was looking at the standings for the hockey, and on your side, on the Freddies, you're leading at 4-0. The Empire Sauce is 2-2, and Alexi's 0-4. That surprised me. I thought she was going gung ho in this league and gonna just give us a run, but I think she forgot we were playing. I don't know, but then I'm in the Jasons. I'm 4-0. Chansey's 1-3, and Frazier's 1-3. So
Yeah.
If we force playoffs now, it'd be me and Sauce and you and Chansey in the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident I'll make the playoffs in the hockey league.
I am confident that me and you will go in as the 1 and 2 seed.
Yeah, and then we'll see how the rest of it plays out because everybody else is really pretty tight. But there's a lot of season. I know hockey's a long season. It's like baseball. It's really long.
But I'm only winning 53.5 to 52.5 to Chansey right now.
Ooh.
I haven't been paying attention to it. I probably left 10 points on the bench because I'm real bad because here lately hockey's been having a game that'll play at like noon.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, oh, I better check my hockey, and I'll get on there and I've already got 2 guys on the bench playing that I can't adjust. I'm like, well, there's points, but she's had points on the bench as well. We're almost the bottom. So, you're beating.
Had she been paying attention, she could beat you.
She'd have had me beat. But you're winning 68.6 to 50.6 against the mighty Aces. And then
Right. But you got to think, as of today, I've scored 13 points today, and she's only scored 5. So I guess I had
Sauce is beating Frazier 71.4 to 61.4. So
Dang, Sauce with 71 points.
they both have scored more than me and Chansey. And almost, your opponent has almost scored more than me and her. Neither one of us are scoring this week. I don't know what the heck's going on. I got nobody playing most nights. I'm paying more attention to basketball. Because that seems, I don't know.
Well, the basketball, it's more competitive. There's all those people up there. I don't know. Sean's kind of taking a dip. He seems like he's going to lose another one, isn't he? He went from being one of the top scorers in the league, and now looks like he's going to get beat again. And I don't know where he is in scoring, but
he's getting beat 11-13 to 658.
So yeah, he's
And
struggling a little bit.
If I go to standings, he is just barely in the playoffs. How's he in the playoffs over Mark? That's weird. See, I don't see how this works because Mark and Sean are 4-2. Mark has more points than he has by almost a full 1,000.
Does he have a better record than David?
David's leading it. David is leading that division over there, 4-2. They're both 4-2. David's in, Sean's in. So it's me, you. I know it's the top two from each division that's in the playoffs right now. I think
That
you may
doesn't
have
make
got.
any sense.
It'd be me and Sean playing against you and David.
We'd have to see how. The playoff seeding tiebreaker in this league is different than football. In this league, head-to-head record. So,
Head-to-head record?
If two teams are tied, the team that beat the other one. So it's different. This is interesting. I don't like that.
Playoffs could come down to this game that we're playing right now.
It could, and I don't like the fact that Mark beat me in week 1. And
you guys could split. You're really gonna have to dig deep and beat him in your next game. But this is where it sucks because
I play him next week, and then.
Yeah. But here's the deal:
we don't play each other anymore.
This is our only game.
This is our only game, and then I play Mark one more. Gosh!
Because we drafted late. We drafted late. The season had already started.
We were supposed to play week 1, but we drafted in the middle of week 1, and so that whole first week got
just
nixed.
axed. Yeah, and it didn't. So we don't play again. It would have been great if that would have been like Mark or Iceland or any of the other teams. No, it had to be you.
Oh goodness.
So our seasons could come down to this game.
Yep, it could. It could. So I have to really do something next week for sure. Take out Mark.
Gonna have to cheat. I mean, play hard.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's all next week. Let's just hang out with Mark, get him completely wasted, every night, so he doesn't pay attention to the thing. Be like, Mark, would it be hilarious if you benched all your really good players? And you'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Just gotta pull something.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
That's all I got for that.
Yeah. So if you guys are paying attention, Andre Drummond, that's basically the only tip I got is he's not looking very good. Started out looking phenomenal. Last couple of games since they've got Allen, he's started looking bad. Hockey, couldn't tell you. Just hopefully you have players playing, because that's been the biggest thing. If you have players playing, they can score points. But there's a good chance they're not. So if you're coming to us for fantasy advice, there's your advice.
Hey, I got
Think
some
about
too.
Swapping out Drummond you might actually be able to get a good trade. I might have to do that. I'm gonna trade him off. Don't tell anybody.
I'll take him.
You want him? If you got somebody that's worth, I gotta have some points though.
Oh man, I'll trade him to you next week.
Okay.
Yeah. If you're looking for a good underrated player, in my opinion, pick up Juan Toscano Anderson for Golden State. I picked him up due to some injuries. He has come off the bench and actually been playing pretty solid.
Yeah.
I picked him up mid last week, and he's actually produced. Let's get some stats here. He's only averaging 19.4. He's only rostered on 9.8% of rosters. But he has been averaging in the last 4 games right around 20 points a game. He scored 42 one week and then has been in the low 20s. He's actually a pretty solid player for as many people that are injured. I didn't build a good case on him because he's not scoring many points. But compared,
you never know.
But compared to who
teams that are like, some leagues have 10, 15 teams in them. You're gonna have to find players like that.
Yeah. No, and even in our league that doesn't have that only has there's 8 of us.
Mm-hmm.
I've been really trying to find players that are not hurt, that are averaging good points. Right now, the top player in our so the top players in average over this season, the top 9 players that in average are all hurt in free agency. So the top player that's not hurt, that's a free agent, is averaging 28 points a game. And that's Jordan Clarkson.
JC.
For Utah. The old Jazz. I mean, these are all hurt players that have been dropped. There's Mark's favorite player, old Larry Nance Jr. Remember him trying to trade him off all season?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. David keeps trying to trade off Michael Porter Jr., and I'm like, I don't want him. He is not, like, you can't say, here's 2 average players and Michael Porter Jr., because that Michael Porter Jr. drops the average score of your trade, and I'm like, I'm not going to take that.
I want to say he tried to trade him to me earlier in the week.
I'm sure he did. He's set up 2 different trades with me, trying to get rid of him, and I don't want any piece of that. I don't care who you're giving me. Sorry.
I think it was him. He was averaging about 4 more points than the guy he wanted from me. But I looked at his season average was in the 30s. But his 7-game average was in the teens.
Yeah.
Nah, I good. And as some advice, look for your last 7 day. Don't do season. I've been doing a lot of stuff off 7-day averages. That's where I picked up that one gentleman, because his 7-day average.
The people that are coming in, filling in for injured people, that's where you'll see their actual stats. Yeah, a good tip.
Like Austin, might be too late for you to pick him up and help you now, because I don't think he plays for the next few days. But there's a center for OKC, Isaiah Roby. He's averaging 39 points in the last 7 days. I don't need another center, so I won't be picking him up.
Right. I want to know who's hurt if Isaiah's coming in.
I don't know. Let's look at it.
I don't know who OKC has in terms of a big man anymore. I haven't been paying attention.
He's a power forward center. He's just come off injury, though.
Is that what it is?
He's been hurt? He played his first game in 3 games. Either tonight or last night. So, I don't know why his 7-day average is so high. What's his season average? His season average is 19.4. Never mind. Don't take him out. Avoid
Trying to
Isaiah
avoid-
Roby.
Oh, that's your psychology. Let me go add him right now.
Go for it. Do it.
I might. Who knows if Drummond has another bad game, I might have to seriously think about getting rid of him. He's been a huge factor in my success so far, but this week he has hurt me, and he could be the reason I lose, and he could be the reason I missed out on the playoffs this season because of his performance this week.
Yeah, see, I just don't know who I want to drop if I want to pick up somebody new.
Yeah.
No. I could drop Jokic. He's only got a 72.3 average for the last 7 days. That's not good.
Don't drop him. I would take him if you want to do a trade.
I just don't know if he's tradable.
I would trade him. I would give you Drummond for him. I really would. I really would.
That is enticing.
Just think about it. Sleep on it. And we can talk about it after this week because right now we're playing each other. It would be weird.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. John Collins is only averaging 50 in the last 7 days. Might cut him too. You realize those are my best 2 players. Everybody else is like in the 30s, and I got 2 at 50 or higher over the last 7 days. It's crazy. I'm gonna have to do some moves.
Make some moves. Drop some players. Actually, do it this week. You need to make some moves this week.
Yep. Trust me, I might.
Just let me know when you do it. Because I'm at the top of the waiver list. So as soon as anybody good falls,
Oh, it'll be tough. It'll be tomorrow night to Sunday morning if I make any moves. I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm looking at it. When I'm looking at it on my computer on the big screen, I see more.
Yeah.
I can make more decisive decisions whether on the app. So, yeah, that's all I got for tonight, bro.
Yep. Me too. Thanks everyone for coming out. Check us out. If you're watching us on YouTube, subscribe to us on your favorite podcatcher. If you're listening to us on whatever podcatcher you're using, check us out on YouTube. The links are in the other one's descriptions.
And if you just want to type it in, we're the Pantless Podcast.
Yep.
On YouTube. No S.
Yeah. No S. Yeah. If you see the S,
Pants.
that's those other guys. That's Joel and the boys. That's not us. And Joel, if you made it this far watching us, hit us up. We'll do a collaboration. It'll be fun.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Well, follow us on Twitter at the Pantless Pod 1. The Pantless Pod 1.
And I'm definitely going to be adding a whole bunch of new artists to our Spotify playlist, the Pantless playlist on Spotify. So come listen to all the bands that we've talked about. You can, and all the ones we've talked about in the last couple episodes of this season. You can listen to them. We've got a very wide range of musical tastes, so it's fun. Fun for everyone. If you don't like what you hear, just skip it.
Heck
all right,
yeah.
peeps. Have fun. Have a good night. See y'all next week sometime.
Yeah.
Peace.
Can't guarantee a better episode, but we'll try.